No way.
I like Brian Norman.
No way.
I don't think he beats Boots, but I like Brian Norman. I think that's the only legit threat. He's growing into his own. He's getting a little bit better every fight. I'm not saying he beats Boots, but that's the best fight in the division.
Yeah.
Will you admit that? That's at least the best fight out there.
He gets stopped.
All right, can I say this? To answer that, can I ask you a question, Sean?
Yeah, go.
Not you.
Oh.
So, no, Sean Porter.
Oh.
So, I'm sorry. No. Only because Sean has had a long career in boxing. So let's just say you had a guy that you spar with time and time again, and you kick his ass every time, and then all of a sudden you need, let's just say, a replacement, and this guy steps in for a last minute replacement. You going in there knowing, like, boy, I know what I done did. I'm not going to answer that for you. How would you feel going into that fight?
I've done that before.
Okay.
I used to beat this dude up all the time in sparring, and we ended up drawing each other in the tournament. I went into the fight like he couldn't get with me, and the dude ended up beating me. And I mean, he beat me. I was so destroyed mentally, like emotionally, because I just underestimated him. Come back the next tournament, I couldn't wait to fight the dude. I went out there, I shined on him, and it looked worse than the sparring had ever looked. You know what I mean? So yeah, to that point, a lot of times when you go out there with somebody that you've been in the ring with before, there's a level of comfort that you have to trump with, knowing that I got to do this tonight.
And see, my point with that is this: how you said you underestimated him. I know Boots. Like in real life, forget Instagram, forget social. If I never had a social media, Boots is still my guy. Like I know him in real life.
Right.
He's not going to underestimate you. When Boots get in that ring, he treats everybody like they are a murderer. He does not. So the reason why I had asked Sean that, to answer your question, Sean, was back, here.
Yeah,
Sean's outside back here. Boom.
I'll follow.
Yeah. The reason why I answered it that way is because Boots is not going to underestimate Brian Norman. Him and Brian Norman sparred multiple times. It was never competitive. It was never close. It was never any of that.
We're getting it from someone that was there.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
We're getting it from someone who was there. You saw them spar.
Yes, I saw them spar. So even when they talked about the body shot thing, mind you, when the whole debacle of Brian Norman and his dad going on tour talking about, Boots, I'm just sitting there being quiet watching until they start crossing lines. Then I'm like, all right, now, I was there. When he put Brian Norman down, if this was a fight, it would have took way more than 10 seconds for him to get up. When he put him down that body shot, it would have taken way more than 10 seconds for him to get up. But let's pretend that the body shot never happened. The spar was never close, and none of them. That fight, mark my words, does not go past 5. And I'm being generous.
Bet the house?
I'm being generous.
Bet the house?